Sometimes you just want to play fun mobile games, new ones as well. So this is part 2 to my previous video where we looked at 10 new fun mobile games. Well, we got 10 more today, so let's dive into what I think you should take a peek at. First on the list here today, we have Immortal Kingdoms M Play Park. This is a role-playing dark fantasy style game with only 50,000 downloads, being newer to the scene. It's an MMORPG role-playing style game, guaranteed world-class quality. That's what the developers are saying about this one. I can say the graphics and the entire build-up of the characters are pretty unique and pretty cool. I actually like them quite a bit. But if you want to take an MMORPG style role-playing game onto mobile, the question is this the right one that'll basically fulfill your desires? With big open world battles and experiences that are similar to other games that you may have seen before, but definitely unique to this one, you may actually be able to feel at home. Also, this game has a really nice character customization sequence that many games ignore in this space. Introducing Infinite Arcana. This game sits with only 5,000 downloads and is an action style game. As you can see, you're going to be actively battling on the battlefield inside of here, and the character customization and the entire look of the game is a little bit more cartoony with the top-down look. This game is an action roguelike mobile game with a fantasy adventure theme. Fist to flesh, heart-piercing fighting, you may enjoy the best action experience. You have random generated maps and monsters, endless floating isles to be explored, interesting game modes with random character skill builds with more than 100 different styles inside of Infinite Arcana. Now, I'm a fan of old school football games, and Retro Bowl College is exactly that, taking us back to Madden style 93 football from Sega Genesis. This is a game that is very popular with 100,000 downloads and does well on Stars, holding 4.6. This is the official spin-off of the smash hit Retro Bowl, which takes you back to old school football. If you thought managing a pro team was a challenge, you've seen nothing yet. This is for all of you sports fans that have been waiting for a retro style experience. These games are always a lot of fun. Very different from a modern Madden style game, but really something that's a great time killer and that you're gonna enjoy along the way. I personally do myself and highly recommend this one for you, or really any retro style football game at that. War of the Giant is a strategy game sitting with 10,000 downloads currently, so it is a newer style game. As a lord, you will establish your own kingdom of elves, develop resource production, research technology, and forge an invincible army. Trade and engage in diplomacy with other players, form alliances, and unite against formidable enemies to save the world tree. As you can see, we're looking at a kingdom builder style strategy game here. It definitely has some unique elements to it as well, including some of the character models inside of the game. With this being said, it is similar to others that we see in the genre, including Rise of Kingdoms and Infinity Kingdom and even Call of Dragons, but the combat element is quite a bit different. It's a super cool looking game, one worth checking out if this is a genre that you are really a fan of. Dragonair Silent Gods. This is a game that we recently streamed here on the channel and found quite enjoyable. It sits with 4.4 stars and has 1 million downloads already at this point in time. This is a turn-based strategy game that also has an open world element to it for exploration and for the grind to upgrade your characters. It's really a great game if you are looking for a new turn-based strategy style game. It's an open world, high fantasy RPG that puts you in control of over 200 different heroes. In the multiversal adventure, you'll experience strategic combat like never before, where every move counts and every decision could be the difference between victory and between defeat. With rolling dice and seasonal multiversal content, Dragonair keeps things fresh and exciting, offering endless possibilities for adventure and exploration. It's also worth noting the characters inside of the game are unique and fun, and it's really cool to get into the grind, as we know from this genre, and really upgrade our characters as time goes on. It's a long-term progression style game. Are you more of an action figure person or more of a Lego person? Let me know in the comments below. Now, we spoke of games with few downloads. This one has 10. That's right, only 10 downloads with a $5 price tag. We're looking at an action game right here that looks pretty darn nice. The game focuses on retro root, focusing on the new integration of the last century's PS2 action game graphic style. So for all of you that are fans of the PlayStation 2, the graphics here are very similar to what you would experience there. In the plot of the game, you'll take on the role of Killer C. Lang, a lonely killer like a wolf. After being wanted by Jizzo organization, you become the hunted prey. You're not willing to fail. You're one on the run in the crisis-ridden world of 9 Nights, constantly acquiring new combat skills and getting yourself into new battles along the way. I like the old school games on the PS2, so this would be one that I would consider looking at, even at the $5 price tag. So for all of my Mario Kart fans out there, we have another racing style game right here called Wild Runners. This one has 100,000 downloads and 4.3 stars, and it's really a fan favorite, innovative multiplayer 3D running game. So it's not like an endless runner like you would experience in something like Subway Surfers, but instead you're going to be running and racing against others. You get to choose from 12 unique and crazy animals. You can unlock over 24 amazing power-up cards and enjoy fast procedural racing and silly obstacles and platforms. This one is really just meant for a casual and good old time. My Home Planet Idle Explorer. We're looking at a game with 10,000 downloads, 4.6 stars, and yes, of course, it is an idle strategy style game with a very cute graphic and art style. An awesome, fun, and creative strategy RPG game that was made just for us. Explore the new world, defeat monsters, and build your own planet in My Home Planet Idle Explorer. If you're looking for a strategy game with the idle mechanics so you can spend a little bit less time inside of it and more time managing, this is another option for you if you're into this cute art style. Isekai Fighting Girls Idle RPG is next, which offers us a retro style fighting experience, but as I mentioned, it does have the idle mechanic. In your time off, you're going to be able to idly participate in battles, which when you log back on, will give you a whole bunch of rewards that you can use to upgrade your girls. Inside of this one, we are looking at an arcade style gameplay with, of course, the idle mechanic. You're going to turn your weak girl into the strongest in Isekai. So if you're looking for an idle style game that reminds you of old school games like Streets of Rage and you like girls in your gaming, this is an option of a game that you may enjoy. Hungry Hearts Dinner Memories. We're looking at a simulation style game here with a very atmospheric feel. And this place has been around for years now. We've got our fair share of new visitors and regulars alike. Pull up a chair, grab a menu, and give a holler when you know what you'd like to order. That's right, very simple and calm style gameplay, which is something that we could all use sometimes in our life. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on tomorrow's video.